Good morning. Waiting to see if he will go live on Instagram. Good morning. Unable to connect. What? No. Let's try again. Trying to get on the Instagram here. Good morning. It's the VeeFriends Daily Comics Show. Let's just update that real quick. Hopefully we get to go live on Instagram too. Okay. Morning over on YouTube. Helmet, Alex. I don't think I'm going to be going live on Instagram this morning. Doesn't seem to be working. Let's try one more time. I'm going to try something else. It says not connecting. Do not like. We're going to add a channel. Add a new channel here. You can see what I'm doing. Look. A little behind the scenes for you. We have to add this every time. New stream key. And it should go. Save. Let's check. Sending data. All right. Looks like it's going to go now. All right. Now we're cooking. All right. Good morning. Let's put that back down to this view. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in this morning. This is the Daily Comics stream. I'm DJ Coffman, the cartoonist here at VeeFriends. Morning Joe Animal, morning Rocky, Helmet. Excellent. Got everything working, rocking and rolling here. Getting my chat set up. This is VeeFriends, over 280 characters with the mission of making positivity louder, making soft skills cool. We talk about gratitude, kindness, patience are all the keys. Created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V, hence the V in VeeFriends. We have a trading card game. We have the minis here. I'm going to open up this mini for the warm-up. And that's my schedule. That's my handle on social media, DJ Coffman. Okay, what else? I really prefer if people watch on YouTube, but you don't have to. We're streaming everywhere, but we're building up the YouTube channel. We got the YouTube Kids show coming out, the animated show. We'll talk more about that. This is really a mess. It's very graffiti-like, but I'm going to open up this mini, do a warm-up sketch. Let's see what's in this mini here. Get my pencil moving this morning. This is a season 3 mini. These are little pencil toppers. Talk more about that throughout the stream. Gotta set my. That always reminds me to set my timers over there. Gotta stay on time. All right, we got a detailed one. We've got an alert ape. That's the first time I've pulled an alert ape. Excellent. Boy, it's going to be hard to beat alert ape off this pencil today. That's what we do. Every so often I will open up a new mini. There's your look at alert ape. The details are pretty incredible on these detailed seasons 2 or seasons 3 and 4. Very good. I am happy. That makes me happy. I like a good alert ape. That'll be our warm-up sketch today. All right, let me clear off some of these other ones, turn off these plugs. Let's get drawing. I'll look at your chats, might have a few questions for you. And also, we around So around 8:30, there's only a few of you that did the thing. So, you know, it's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. We'll spin this wheel around 8:30. Not really a bummer, but you know, oh no. You don't want to accidentally, if you touch it, it's very sensitive, that wheel. Okay, let's turn off these sketches. Let's start a new sketch. Layer. This is how I do for the warm-up. If you have a favorite VeeFriend, let me know. Good morning, AJ's Custom Rugs. Good morning, D. Coleman. Over on TikTok, good morning. To the folks over on Instagram watching, thank you. You've got the, you know, the horizontal view over there, but Yuva, I love your comics. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you watching, hanging out. Let's do a warm-up alert ape. So I'm going to try different pose maybe. I usually draw them from this way, so I'm going to draw them from this way today. Pointing this way. And we'll just sketch this up for a couple minutes. Chat with you. Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff going on. You might have seen the cartoon show. The VeeFriends show will be coming out September 30th. I could finally say it. A couple people guessed that date earlier in the streams. I never confirmed it. I was like, thought I was being tricked. I keep it pretty locked down. We're gonna just give him like the, you know what? It was an inside joke from early on in the comic that he's got a burrito phone. And I'm just going with it. I know it's weird, and I don't care. Burrito phone will be up to his head. He's going to be holding on his hand. Like, one moment, I'm taking a call on my burrito phone. So that's what I do. I do a little sketch like that, blow it up, just for the pose. It's always good to draw small. That's kind of how I do it. And then I'll fade that sketch out like this. Eric, anyone know what the wheel was for? Giveaways. So yeah, you know, not every time, but in the streams, I'll give out a code word to do. Something like that. And I give you a call to action to go do if you're paying attention. So it rewards the people that come. So I see a lot of familiar names on that list. Usually it's about 20 or so that do it. Today is a little bit lighter, but that's okay, because like the people that show up, we got Tweeter and Craig and Steve and a bunch of other regulars, I'll call them. The morning crew, I guess you could say. Oh, he also has this. I'm pretty good at drawing the ape, alert ape. So if it's a character I've already drawn before, I'm just going to try and challenge myself to do like a new pose. In this case, he's holding a burrito phone. Always has a bite taken out of it. The joke was back in the old comics there, early on, that he was so alert that he never got enough sleep. And he was answering a call on a burrito. You know. So there's that. And I almost use these points of his face for almost like where the mouth would sit. or lined up with. If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Whoops. Probably show you some other stuff I've been working on in the future streams. You know, we've changed the comic schedule that's public right now to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, while I work on some, let's say, top secret stuff for now. But really cool stuff. Really cool things happening behind the scenes at VeeFriends. Hi, Anthony. I'm an irregular. I see you out there, Anthony. Good morning. Cheers. Someone asked what type of coffee I'm drinking. I'll be honest with you, this is kind of a weird mix of coffee. So it's a mix of amaretto, Highlander cream, and then a blended coffee because I just had like random beans left. My new coffee order comes today. Who you do it? Comics, who you do it? Don't know what that means. But this is the warm-up portion of the comic. I don't really like those eyes, but I'm just going to go with it. See May over in the chat. Good morning, May. Lots of exciting things going on. I only talk about what we've announced. So now I can finally say September 30th is the cartoon show. People have asked on the stream, like, are you involved in the cartoon show? And I go, nah, I don't, not really. I mean, but I am because I'm in the calls with the producers and Gary. We get to read all the scripts and then we give our feedback. And without spoiling too much, sometimes, you know, I guess I have a very weird sense of humor sometimes. So I'm like, I think this should be weirder. Or, you know, like, I think it's okay to be a little weird occasionally. Like I suggested one episode, I don't think they're going to necessarily do it, but that Cynical Cat be made of cake. And they all looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, I think the whole time he was cake. And they were like, what? And I'm like, it's funny. I don't know. So I fought for it then. Yeah, we have a link. May just mentioned it. That's the link. If you're on the other channels, what I've been doing is trying to funnel people over to this YouTube channel. So if you're over on TikTok or Instagram, the better place to view probably is over at VeeFriends.com/YT Comics. Will take you to our new YouTube channel, which looks a little bit like this. Although this isn't an updated screenshot, but that's all of the lives are archived there too, so you can watch back. Sometimes people just like to put them on and listen. So I'm drawing an Alert Ape sketch, warm-up sketch, because I pulled an Alert Ape out of a season 3 capsule. And that's what I'm doing right now. And he's holding a burrito phone. This was a pretty easy one for me to do. This wasn't a challenge, really. I like to draw the Alert Ape. Oh, the link you shared is for the cartoon. I didn't see the link you shared, May. I just funnel people to the YouTube channel from the other. Yeah, you might want to subscribe to that other link for the YouTube show. The cartoon show is mostly on YouTube Kids, but I think it's, that YouTube Kids app is also available on Roku's. So if you have a Roku TV, a lot of people have that, or a smart TV, look for the YouTube Kids app, and you'll be able to watch it on your semi-big screens in your house. So that's nice. Also, we have, of course, he's a signature. So I get to, forge Gary's signature here. I just call him the squiggles, whatever. I promise you that if you ever get something from Gary, it's actually Gary signing it. There's nobody forging Gary's signature. These are just squiggles that represent Gary's signature. If you've ever checked out the VeeFriends, some of them have. For those that are kind of new, Kremlin, I'm an artist. Great. Sorry, I read it as Kremlin because I'm like quickly glancing. All right, there's someone driving a dirt bike outside. I don't know if you all can hear that, but it's beautiful southwestern Pennsylvania here. I'm just south of Pittsburgh. Lots of people like to drive dirt bikes around, and yeah, there you go. A little ambiance for the stream. Sometimes we'll hear blue jays, sometimes we'll hear dirt bikes out there, and One moment. It's a pretty good one. If I were to ink him up, let's just say if he were to be a sticker or something, we'll just throw another layer on there. So I still have 2 minutes in my time to warm up. I don't want to get too nuts. Go to my smooth brush. Well, Crumb, thanks for watching on the TikTok. Appreciate you. I'm always in support of all artists out there doing their thing. I talk to artists every day, literally every day, multiple times a day. I've got a drawing club. We have a daily drawing club at Draw or Die. Just look that up and you'll find it. The Draw or Die Club. And I get to talk to artists every day. A lot of people asking for advice, how to make it a job. And a lot of artists, check in and watch the stream. And all I can say is 2 things, really. Be careful what you wish for, because I know a lot of artists that wish that they had a job, and then they get the job and they are like, whoa, this is work. So you got to love it first. You have to really love to draw. Like, I have to force myself from not drawing, guys, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad. It's probably a good thing for me to actually step away from drawing for a little bit, like I did this past weekend, even though I did draw a little bit. I did draw a little bit. But, you could say I'm obsessed with drawing. I just love to draw. So, especially cartooning, I could cartoon anything, really, because you can't really mess it up. There's really no messing it up. There's really no mistakes. Just like Uncle Bob used to say. Uncle Bob Ross there. There's no mistakes in cartooning, really. But anyways, my advice for artists that ask me all the time, how do I do what you do? And I'm like, well, that's a long road, but start publishing things, If I look at your profile and I see that you haven't published anything, well, that's the first thing I'm going to tell you to do, is start sharing a daily sketch or something, Give yourself a weird little project of your own Make your own comics. If you want to draw comics, then you got to make comics. It's the same advice that anything, right? Same advice for YouTubers. If you want to be a YouTuber, well, you got to go make YouTube videos. I think. I don't know. You could just sit around and read about it. Oh, May. She said, these days when I miss DJ, I got to tune into the lives. DJ is too busy. Pretty busy. I'll try to make the meeting this afternoon. I got a lot of stickers to draw. Yeah, new show is cool. The new YouTube show is cool. People did ask me about the change in style. I don't think you need to worry about it too much. You know, the VeeFriends have different looks for their different. Obviously, I mean, if you know VeeFriends, there's the version 1s that Gary drew. Those are kind of like the Grail. Whenever I draw the characters, I try to. Actually, he's got a hand for a foot. He's got fingers for feet, so I'm gonna kind of make his little thumb. You know what I'm talking about? 8 feet. Then there's the version 2s that are on the trading cards. I'll show you what I mean in a second here. And then we'll open up a mini. And then it'll be 8:30, and it'll be time to open up our spin for that mystery pack. I had a couple mystery packs left that May gave me. We went to Vid Summit together, and I got a couple of those, and people really like those. So I only have 2. I gave away a few at Vid Summit, but then I didn't take my bag on the last day. So I was like, oh, the stream can benefit from this. And thanks to my lovely wife who handles my shipping. Thanks for being patient with your items. Sometimes I stuff envelopes and then I go, oh man, I forgot to give this to my wife to ship. We've got a little shipping station downstairs for the other things that I sell, some notebooks and stuff. Although we turned those off because it got a little bit busy to be running a side hustle out of our house right now. So, and it's mostly on her. So I'm like, no, you don't have to stress about this. I'm gonna fix this little thing here. Yeah, thanks for watching. We've got 163 people watching across our channels, probably mostly on X. Good morning to the VFam. Usually around 9 o'clock it starts cooking. I think we had like 1,000 people the other day. That was nuts. It's hard to leave the stream when there's that many people watching, but he's on a burrito phone. He's answering the phone. He's answering the call. Been pretty happy with my cartooning lately. You know, artists are hard on themselves. You wouldn't see that I'm pretty hard on myself, as far as all artists are hard on themselves, but I'll be like redrawing things sometimes, but I like the line art. I'll color him up a little bit later, but we're gonna just turn this group off for now. There's your warm-up sketch. Let's spin the wheel, or not spin the wheel. This. What I've been trying to do. That's like Helmet's favorite part when I crank that. All right, I've pulled 2 minis. Switch that. You got to put pink or yellow in the chats. I'll give it a couple seconds to catch up. I have a couple people over on Instagram, but it's nice because we're alerting people that we exist, and then I'm funneling them somewhere over else. Haven't pulled a green yet today, AJ, but I'll try to do that next time. Alert Ape is ready to take on anything. That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a character out of one of these minis, pink or yellow in the chat, and see if they can beat a detailed Alert Ape. I doubt it. So we got, all right, here we go. Pink, pink, pink. Yellow, Rocky. Pink, Santa. Put it over the top. Santa Claus in the chat. Santa Herman over in the Instagram hanging out. Have you ever seen Blues Traveler live? They put on a phenomenal show last night. I have not, but those guys are pretty cool. All right, ready? Let's see if we can beat the Alert Ape. It's a bubblegum. You're gonna die fly. Here's a QR code for you. You could scan that and go to the website. It does not beat the, oh, he's picked up the, he wants to go back in the capsule. No, absolutely not. He doesn't, that does not beat the Alert Ape. There goes in the recycling bin. Yellow, you're late. Got some people talking about Blues Traveler over there. Great. You know, had their one album with that hook song, but after that, I never really, they kind of faded away from the mainstream music scene. But I know they've been out there working. We do like live music occasionally. We like to go out, do some live music. All right, what are we doing here? Okay, let's spin the wheel. It's 8:30. Let me check something really quick though. It's funny. I was not consulting about, somebody was asking about some stuff for their brand, and I'm like, you should just read Gary's book. Really? Like, I don't know. Just read Gary's book, the new book, this book. Read this book. Just read this book, follow the advice in this book, and you'll grow your brand organically. That's it. All right. Hey, look, the new comic is up. Let's read that together. And if you wouldn't mind heading to Instagram, the VeeFriends Instagram. And man, I spent way too much time on this comic yesterday. Let's take a look. I think it was over 6 hours. I just got into it, you know. I got into it. So I want you to go to the Instagram, VeeFriends unless you're on Instagram right now, well, you know what I'm talking about, at VeeFriends Instagram. And if you like this comic and it gets over 400 likes, I'd like you to do something else today. Like it and share it in your stories. Like plus share in your stories. And I'll pick a random person for a t-shirt today. And we'll reach back out to you. Like and share today's comic. And then, you know, I'll pick a random t-shirt to someone that I see doing that out there. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Ugh, this square wheel isn't working. Should we make it longer, like an oblong? And I wanted to I also kind of wanted to get over that, like get the point across that the dinosaur is bigger. Nice peeking over like the jungle. I think I somehow made it worse. Maybe this is just a bad idea. Kind of like chipping away at it, but it's like still not working. Right. He's going to quit. And then the dinosaur appears and says, "Don't quit. You're almost there." Sometimes it's not about reinventing the wheel, just change the shape of the problem. So it's kind of like, you know. And then soon, how do you know so much, Dynamic Dinosaur? Well, with age comes wisdom, friends. And he's already started a business selling these wheels. So there you go. Let's see how long this one took me. Canvas, the Canvas information has all of the secrets. 6 hours, 37 minutes, not including some breaks. So it was almost the entire day yesterday. I worked on this. Just had a good time. Let's do a little time-lapse replay. You know, it was fun to draw some. First, you see, I started to draw the cart again with the oblong wheels, but it was too similar to this panel. I was like, I don't want to change up the panel, so I said, oh no, they have to be sitting and carving the wheel. So I wanted to change up the action there a little bit. And then from here, you see I'm working on the dialogue as I'm going. So then I was working on that panel there that was him peeking over the jungle. And then back to the cart, him kind of standing up. I had to move him a little bit. And then we get into the inks. Which again, I'm pretty tight with those inks lately. I like it. And there we go. Just scanning this real quick. Yeah, it's fun. And then I was showing some other people how to do some quick coloring. But about 6.5 hours yesterday, so it was a lot. I also had a couple meetings yesterday, so you know, I need to speed up a little bit. Sometimes it's going to be what it is. You saw how this one turned out. We looked at that one the other day. All right, let's spin that wheel. What people had to do was, the call to action the other day was go to the Instagram, comment, use the word wrecked. And then today I'd pick the winner for a mystery pack. One of these. So I'm going to go ahead and rip this live for the winner. And then I'll ship it out to you. Let's find the winner wheel. Hide. I'm going to spin once for a card and once for a shirt. There's not many names on here. Not many people did the thing. Even though we had 1,000 people watching, only those names paid attention for the thing. So let's spin it and see what's up. Troublegum, what's up? Troublegum. Why do we suck? Troublegum's over there on TikTok, and we've said we were going to get together multiple times, and we just don't. He drops into my streams occasionally and throws like 100 lightning bolts down, and then he's back to his Troublegum ways. Who is it going to be? Did it pick a winner? What? I didn't see the winner. Is it not picking the winner? Let's refresh this. Hide that. I'm just going to push this. Helmet. It usually pops up. There we go. Congrats. Helmet, I'll reach out to you and get your information. Helmet, are you there? Helmet, do you want me to rip this? Or do you want me to send it to you sealed? Let me know in the chat real quick. I'll take a look for your information. Let's go ahead and spin again for a t-shirt for someone. Helmet, you don't get to win twice. Just so you know. Oh, he almost did. Tweeter Tweeter, we'll get you a shirt. Tweeter won the card last week. So it pays to watch this stream. All right, I'm going to rip that for helmet, it looks like. So Tweeter gets the shirt. We'll get you a shirt code, Tweeter. I mean, there's over 280 different shirt designs, so you could always win. You join, you watch these streams. Maybe you get a whole free collection of, maybe you win 280 times. Maybe that'll happen. You know, I'll be old. All right, let's find the thing. Open this up. See what's in here. See what Helmet's got. Helmet's got a reliable rat, 9.5. Reliable rat. Oh, cardboard fuzzies on there, but cool Helmet. I will get that. I'll get your information over on Instagram, probably. Yes, wherever you commented, I'll do that. Helmets, congrats. Reliable rat. Look at those weird devil eyes. Funny story. Not many people remember, but over on the comics page, let's go over to VeeFriends.com. Reliable rat here. VeeFriends. By the way, if you go to VeeFriends.com, go to Comic Corner. We're going to go all the way back to January. Where is it? Catfish out of the bag. No, it's... Wow. Is it not on here? Interesting. I never noticed that. Okay, well, never mind. It should be like a November or something comic. Let's see. Let's go back. Click this again. Older. Newer. Nope. All characters. Reliable rat. So if you can go here and you can search Reliable Rat, he should be in one comic, but the comic's not up. Did we never post that comic on the... Wow. Okay, well, we're going to put it in the archive. It was actually from November last year. Sticking around today. All right, Chubblegum. Great. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this office. So I'm gonna make plans. Text me. We'll get some food or something. Just what we need. All right. That'd be a cool collaboration, VeeFriends and Chubblegum. Although, you know, we'd have to get them to do some all ages art, I guess. All right, so where are we? What's next? Oh, I'm going to start a new comic from scratch today. We've got, I know what it's saying. We'll get there. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe I'll show you what he's saying. But otherwise, this will be Friday's comic. So we're going to go back to the hillside. We have a lot of comics where the characters are sitting talking. So we're going to, this will be a rough layer. And I want the dinosaur. Pull up my reference sheet. So congrats, everybody. Thanks for watching. Rocky has a version 2 reliable rat. If you're not familiar with VeeFriends, VeeFriends.com. Created by Gary Vaynerchuk. Hold on a second. I'm zooming in on my guy here. All right. Kind of just want him to be chilling. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and open up my reference layer here. So, because I want to show the bottom of his feet. Yeah, you see there how he has, someone asked why he has 2 fingers in today's comic. And I'm like, well, as you see, there's 2 fingers there. 2 fingers there. The cartoon show will have 3 fingers, but that's just a different design of our dynamic dino. He also has teeth. Maybe he's a little older, but this is how I draw him, kind of a mix between all 3. Gary's look like that, like more of like a brontosaurus than anything. But I want to see the feet, just because. I'm gonna have him sitting. Let's just get the pose. Just getting the pose down here, so I can actually just, sometimes doing a little scribbling will give me a different, interesting head shape or pose. I don't want him to look like Godzilla either, so let's kind of. This week's goal was to kind of establish the dinosaurs. So we had that first meteor strip. Insert files. Recents. Let's do that. It's pretty much the same. Unhappy dog outside. Okay. Yeah, my wife actually said about me getting out of here, and more often is like maybe once every 2 weeks having like a strategically planned like to get me out of here would be like having a lunch with a friend or something like that. Just because I am definitely dialed in all the time. I just realized I messed up his mouth on this comic. He's got this like little cleft. I was trying to think of the word for it. And then his other thing comes down like that. So I wanted to establish that they're dinosaurs, and I wanted to establish their size compared to people. And then, so the meteor strip was strip number 1. So they survived the meteor blast. And then they're with Caveman and Today. And then today I want to have maybe more of a modern person sitting here. So I'm just going to draw like a real, like very vague pose shape here, just to show the size difference between, it's probably going to be a girl. We'll draw this panel first. And that's good enough to go off of right there, because we got plenty of room for dialogue here, or him to say from here. Okay, I like that. It's a good little composition. I'll fade that out. Morning Scurvy over on TikTok. A few people watching on TikTok. A few people watching on Instagram. 10 people watching on Instagram. Did I miss your messages? Oh. Does that change the value? I missed it. Let me go back. Does that change the value? Chubblegum's over on Instagram too. We got a new fan in Chubblegum. By the way, Chubblegum, if you look up his artwork, is amazing. He's got a great story. All right, cool. I'm funneling people over to the YouTube channel. So we're building up our YouTube presence. Dan says, thanks for streaming. It's always cool to listen to you in the morning. Thank you, Dan. Dan comes in a lot to stream. Dan's also in the Daily Drawing Club. Appreciate you, Dan. Scurvy's on both. Scurvy's over on TikTok. And how do you guys do that? He's the toy pirate. I scan back and forth. Today in Space says, I like the Calvin and Hobbes vibe. Me too. Me too. It's definitely what I'm going for with these ones. I just call them the Hill comics. So, and again, I was trying to look at how I already drew the character. I should probably reference more just because I don't mess up. Just a little bit of a side foot. I've definitely put what I call the claw nubbins on him. He's got the big dinosaur feet. Also, it might be funny to like draw footprints leading up to him sitting down. I might let's play with that. But the thing I'm mostly interested in is this. So I want to get that right. You know, the little curly Q, little like infinity sort of thing. And I made his claws kind of extending because they extend here, and then I don't think Gary had any on his at all, but I'm trying to find a mix between the version 2s and the comic strip version. What will become probably like more, there's probably going to be a comic book version. I'm not talking about much of that, but we're working on some comic books. Building out a team for comics internally. It's going to be fun. Won't talk too much about that. But yeah, working on some stuff behind the scenes there for the comics. Not that comic strips have taken a back seat. We definitely are still doing the daily comic format. Just for now, we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday while I get on some other stuff for the comic. What do we call it? The comics department. Let's call it the comics department. That sounds good. Somebody asked yesterday and I missed it. Why do I draw so many layers? Well, the first layer is kind of like the molding process, like just taking the clay and kind of getting the pose. Like this is where that human's going to be, the armature or something. If you were a sculptor, you'd know what I was talking about. And then this version is kind of like, this is where the tight lines go. And just making sure I got some of the details, like his cheek stops this part. It's kind of how I'm doing. Like he's got kind of bubbly cheeks for a dinosaur there. And I'm going to darken this up a bit. And then, you know, it comes around. Honestly, I didn't look at dinosaur enough. Dynamic dinosaur. This is dynamic dinosaur. And I was not aware when I saw the Moonbug designs, this one. And I saw him, he looked so radically different to me. But I was like, does he have spikes on his back? And then I had to look really closely. But they are there because usually we see this version. This is the version that we usually see on the trading cards and the website. But if you look very closely, he does have those fins, and he also has the little green doop patterns which they've made into sharper angles with the Moonbug designers for the YouTube show, which is fine. It's kind of a cool look. Just a different style, that's all. It's just like Spider-Man or, you know, anything really. There's going to be different styles of things as we build this brand out. Most people are just new to the brand, which is cool. If you're new to VeeFriends, basically, you know, in a nutshell, we talk a lot about positive things, human traits, things we need to work on, kindness, patience, human issues though too. Like this comic's going to be about feeling too old to start a job, or maybe they wanted to just hire the youngsters. And he's like, I'm 65 million years old. What do you mean? You're a young whippersnapper. You got plenty of time. So it's like ageism. You know, if you're in your 40s or 50s, you might feel like it's all done for you, but it's not. I like the new season's Dynamic Dinosaur. Yeah. The Fibonacci swirl, possibly. Possibly, Eric. Santa Herman is also over on LinkedIn watching. I appreciate everybody like giving all the streams some love. I forgot, like we're live on LinkedIn, we're live on Facebook. Interestingly enough, one of the they're doing some like remixes of the comics. You might see the comic panel with some new words on it. We saw one pop off like a million reach or something like that. I think it's the most viewed piece of VeeFriends content ever over on Facebook. Yesterday, that kind of came through. All right, for this one, I'm going to be a little bit more detailed. So let me make sure my pencil's really tight here. I'm just going to draw. I'm going to fade this out a little bit more. It's bothering me. Oh, on the wrong layer. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Don't worry about it. This one I'm going to get a little tighter with the lady's pose here. I guess I don't have to be too tight because like it's pretty zoomed out. But I want to make sure I get her legs right. She is saying something like, "Oh, I'm never going to get that job." So I want her eyes to just be like looking down. Do longer hair this time. Oops. Try to scan the comments. I have three comment screens open, so I just kind of view real quick and do a little scan up. We need to buy food. I get those a lot in here. We are a poor, hungry family searching for help. I'm sorry if that's true. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people scamming on the internet. I don't want to say I don't believe you. If that's your situation, I wish you well, but please don't. If anybody DMs you, please do not give any money on the internet. Please don't do that. Because think about it logically. They don't have money for food, but they're somehow on the internet with a cell phone. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It could be true, but I don't believe you. But I do believe you, but I don't. Oh, she looks a little mean. I don't want that. I'll fix that in the inking stage. I gotta keep moving. Give her some Vans. Put some glasses on her. I don't want her to look like, she'll look maybe not too old. Maybe in her 40s or something like that. Don't want her to, but she feels old. Feels like she's not going to get the job or something. Then I might, since she's so small, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy her out here. 3-finger swipe down, copy, 3-finger swipe, paste. And then I'm going to just blow up this as the rough for her close-up. So you see I'm going to do a close-up here of what she's saying. And that'll be the rough for her. So I can get a little more detail. We can zoom in and see her face. You know? Oh. Okay. Just erase that. That's right. In this case, yes, any church in America, there's plenty of places in America to eat. In this case, I think they said they were in another country. So that's tough. That's a tough one. Gambia, West Africa. That's a tough one. But please be mindful of both things. It could be true, and if you want to, if they're messaging you or something, I'd be careful. I'm gonna say 80% of the time when people are on streams and asking you for money that's not real, just be very careful with what you give out. Especially on our streams, we don't want anybody to say like I got scammed on a VeeFriends stream or something. Please. And believe me, I'm very trusting, maybe too trusting sometimes. I've had some. I take people's word for it. You know. If you're living in America, you are a very lucky person. You are very lucky because, like Orion said there, you can find any church or school, or I said find some local restaurants. I talked about it yesterday. I just happen to know a lot of people that have been homeless, or I've talked to homeless people, and I have a lot of tips for that. So there are restaurants that have food that they will be about to expire or throw away that they keep live, and they will give it. as long as you don't take advantage of it. And there's plenty of it's one thing to say, like, this is such a deep topic, I don't want to get too whatever with it, but I hear people say, like, well, just get a job, and I'm like, well, a lot of people are dealing with things and they just can't, mental health and stress and a lot of things people are dealing with. They can't just go function and maintain like you and I. It's tough. It's tough. Hey, let's lighten the mood with some minis. All right, got a purple. Go way back. Nope. Nope. Oh no. No. We got a purple versus a dark green. Purple versus green in the chat. Good morning, Dog Mama. What's up? Over on TikTok. Chubblegum was hanging around. Wait here a second. We got a purple. Got a purple. We got a green. We got a purple. We got another purple. Santa Claus has purple. One more. Purple it is. Today in space. Put it over the top. Oh, green, you are not going to happen today. All right, let's open this and see what's in here. We're trying to knock off a detailed alert ape from the pencil. It's going to be very hard to do, but it is possible. It is possible. I already smell bubblegum. I don't know. We got a bubblegum cynical cat, which is, wow, this is very potent. This is a very potent bubblegum cynical cat there. Does not beat the detailed alert ape. Reset the stream here. We've got 235 people watching across all of the channels. I'm DJ Coffman, the cartoonist here at VeeFriends. Cheers, good morning. Hope you're going to enjoy your day. It's 9:05 on the East Coast, the Beast Coast. And this is the VeeFriends comics. This is my job here. Draw the comic strips for VeeFriends. VeeFriends is over 280 characters on a mission to make positivity louder, make soft skills cool, gratitude, kindness, patience. Created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. Hence the name V and VeeFriends. We've got the VeeFriends trading cards. We've got these minis, by the way. Got to do a shout out to the minis team here. VeeFriends. Go back to if you search the website, go to minis. You can become a vendor. So have a conversation with Chase. Get yourself a mini machine. A lot of people have them in bowling alleys, restaurants. You don't have to own the restaurant. You might just know of a place. Look at the health spa. And these are rare, or not rare, but they are. But they're seasons 1, season 2, and we've got 3 and 4 coming out to you. And there's rarities. So that's what I'm pulling here is the emeralds, the lavas, the bubble gums. I love the detailed ones. Like yesterday I pulled the accountable anteater here. Gold. I don't have any gold nearby. And then the diamonds are the rarest. The rarest of the rare. But my favorite is the detailed, because they're like little characters, little buddies on my pencil hanging out. And my call to action is to definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, VeeFriends Comics. VeeFriends Comics. We got a new thing that I need to put on here, VeeFriends Cartoons. Let's just take a look at that real quick. YouTube.com. Let's do it. VeeFriends Cartoons. Are we on there yet? Oh, I don't have the link. Maybe I got it wrong. Well, that's not helpful. Maybe because there's no video on the channel yet. Here we go. VeeFriends Cartoons. Upcoming. I can't zoom in on it. Darn it. You can see that though, right? Oh yeah, I can. Look at that. Oh, I was doing it. Rap Battle upcoming issue or episode 1 on 9:30 at 8 a.m. So, man, maybe we'll watch it live on the live stream together. But go and subscribe. You can see what the characters look like a little bit there. A little bit, right? See the look and feel of those characters. Dialed-in Dog is way different, I know. But cool. It's a cool thing. We're excited about it. It's been in the works for a while, so it's always nice to see it rocking and rolling. I enjoy that. Oh, she's got glasses on, so I'm gonna have her looking up. Oh. The Gary B sketch card finally made it to you. That's right. K-Save. Got that. Picked that up for you, right? Yeah. Where is a good starting point if you are new to VeeFriends? Dan. Well, you're right here. The comic strips are good, but I'm going to say VeeFriends.com has everything you want to know about VeeFriends. There are over 280 characters to choose from. Pick your trait, whatever. I like Humble Hedgehog. I like him because I like to keep it humble. I'm going to click his profile. You can click his profile, kind of look through. Looks very cute there. Very little kid version, I guess you could say, a basic version. And then you could see the comics that he's tagged in. There's a little comic corner. There's apparel. Everything's on their character pages, so you can see the original drawing that Gary did of the Humble Hedgehog. Well, we can look at that. I don't know how to get back to this. Oh. You can watch him draw that. There's apparel of all the characters if you click that. There's the digital collectibles, the NFTs, the digital collectibles. And what's cool about the character pages that most people don't know is there's character stats of how many original owners there are. Series 1 is very expensive, 38 owners unique. The last price they sold for in Series 2 has 185 owners. That's a pretty cheap version there. And you can see the last ones sold for what they sold for by clicking through here. So they're like digital trading cards. They're just fun to collect in your digital wallets if that's your thing. It's not really my thing, but collect a lot of people's things. I've got a couple NFTs or digital collectibles. And there you go. So the website's definitely good. We have the cards, the trading cards. The cards team has the card streams all the time. They're very fun to watch, and now we're on Whatnot as well. So, and you know all about the comics, and we got some more stuff coming out with that. It's going to be more, longer form storytelling. If there's a character that you want to see the origin of, I'm curious about that too. If there's a character that you'd like to see the origin of, I'm going to draw her with like gray hair, I think. Just heard that the other day. There was probably a lady in her 40s, late 40s, who was saying that she was too old to change a career. And I was like, what? That's good. And then we'll have a Today in Space wants to know the origin story of Adaptable Alien. Okay. I have to hide that message now. Okay. With all the villainous characters next door, a Toy Story parody comic would be interesting. It's very funny you say that. We're doing a lot of character development behind the scenes, and like very involved with that, and just thinking about these things, like these toys, these vinyl, these like toy figures, and like the original spirit of VeeFriends was Gary having that idea for Workplace Warriors, where if you had Patient Panda on your desk instead of Spider-Man, that you might be reminded of patience in some hardship that you're having that day, or when you're feeling like, oh, this website won't load, or something like that. Like, or Heart Trooper here. Like, how do you be more mindful to be sending good vibes today instead of getting wrapped up in some BS? Or Willful Wizard, I mean, it's hard to say what he really represents, except for like, to me it's like he's magical, like and willful. So like, you tell him he can't do something and he's like gonna blatantly do it, and he's gonna magic it somehow. So to me, that's what it speaks to me when I see the Willful Wizard. Willful, not as in willpower, as in like he's determined to do it anyways. Craig's 53 this year on changed careers to full-time Web3 4 years ago. Yep. Too old to change my career, Dan said. Today in Space said, Heart Trooper is one of my favorite origin stories. Heart Trooper. Take a detour here. Back to Comic Corner. When was that? July? Heart Trooper, secret origin of Heart Trooper right there. Let's take a look at it. He wakes up. This came straight from Gary. There's other Heart Troopers, but they didn't work. There might have been robots or something. Be the perfect soldier of positivity. And obviously they kept failing. They were too angry, too impatient, too indifferent, too sad. Little Easter eggs there. But this mysterious creator binged him alive and sent him out into the world to help people talk to one another more. Just amplify happiness, because there's a lot of anger out there on all kinds of sides. And then this is an actual VeeFriends character called The World Has Plenty of Love. Start listening to it. That's the name of the character. It's one of those really long name characters. So very feel good character here. Heart Trooper. We had a whole Heart Trooper week you could look back on. Oh, I hide that. Okay. Dan, also true. You might be reminded of, if you have Spider-Man on your desk, with great power comes grass responsibility. Yep, you got to cut that grass. For artists that I know that are like, that want to become full-time artists and are stuck in jobs that they're not very happy with. I mean, that was me too. I took a pretty creative job, but I kind of gave up on comics for a little bit. I was like, wow, this is too stressful to want to deal with making people pay their bills. I hated that part of it, you know? And but I actually think it's smarter to have a day job in comics and then work on your stuff on the side. I think that's smarter, wiser, if you can do it, if you have the mental energy to do it. Because I know after a long day of, you know, mind-numbing meetings or something, it's really hard to just kick it into content land. Even for me, even though my job here is working on cartoons and comics, fun storytelling, if I'm like, I should make something for my other brand tonight, but I'm just too mentally tired. I don't feel like, some nights I'm like, I just don't have it in me. Like, I need to make some shorts, and I'm like, well, what am I doing here? I don't know. I just balance, do the best you can, you know? But to me, I actually feel like that's, I don't like that. I'm just gonna fix this situation here with these feet. How we're gonna do is, I'm gonna draw the toes first. And the claw will come from the other side of the toes, not just be sticking out of, you know, those are pretty long. I'm gonna shorten them up. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, we deal with a lot of human issues, things that people are, you know, going through, doing, feeling. It's what we all kind of feel. The world's crazy right now, you know, like the world in general. Not just politics, but like, you know, it's always full of surprises. It's always been that way. It's nothing new, by the way. The world's always been crazy. You just see it more. So you gotta find an anchor, you know. Rocky, I know a lot of artists like you. The goal is to create art and And money be zero part of the process, trust me, yes. Because it feels good to just produce and create. It's definitely a healing process. Decroak, Deck Roke, NFT, positive messages behind the stories of comics. Love, awesome. Thank you for reading, watching. What's my favorite VeeFriends? Santa asked. I like Flex and Fox and I like Humble Hedgehog. They're probably at my top. Roller Die says, one day I'll remember to bring my iPad to work. Roller Die, I hope they got a hold of you. I think they said they did. And your issue the other day should be taken care of. Things are very busy behind the scenes. But yeah, we want to make sure everyone's taken care of. Moody Virgo Arts. I always try to like read the. Yeah, doing very well. Joseph Capelbo Music. Hope you're doing well, DJ. I am. He wants to see the origin story of the Accountable Ant, I think. I'm just kind of catching up on some of the comments here. Good morning, Mary. Out in Arizona, I think. Hot out there. The will to succeed. Yeah, but definitely art is you know, oh boy. We as artists, we really don't like it when like and I don't like saying I don't like saying non-artist because I kind of feel like my own personal feeling is that we're all artists. You just kind of forget that you were. But we don't like it when non-artists are like, that's cute. Like, oh, that's nice. And like, cause like they're so important with their bigger jobs or something like that. Oh, he's a cartoonist. It's like, okay. Which is kind of what propelled me a while. I got sick of people treating me like that. So I got into, marketing and strategy and stuff like that, mostly to help myself learn. But also then I started helping a lot of brands and, I was pretty good at it. I'm pretty freaking good at it. So, I still have a lot of companies that, want to consult with me. I just don't offer that as a service. I got a few friends that work in, agency stuff. And I used to work at a small agency briefly for my friends. And I'll help them. I'll give them some tips, or whatever. But yeah, artists always kind of get that. Oh, that's cute. Even when it's my full-time thing now, I don't really care anymore what people think. But back in the day when it was my full-time thing, I thought, oh, people will respect me because this is it's my full-time job, and they just didn't believe it. Or they were like, wonder when that's going to end. You can't listen to the outside voices at all. They'll steal your joy, and you can't really be looking for that validation outside of yourself. That's the rub. Used to have my ex-in-laws were in-law, my ex-father-in-law. He used to be rough. Like, oh, I got a real job, but he just passed away. And he was a nice guy. He was just rough around the edges. My ex-wife sent me a photo of all of my comic books that was in his safe. And she said, wow, he really did like you. And I was like, great. Sorry I didn't make him famous. Sorry I didn't make him rich, but he kept my comic books in his safe. Even though on the outside he was like, oh, that's not a real job, Mary, man, it's a railroader or something, like whatever. But deep down he knew. So we get that a lot. I once drew him in a comic. Just drew his visage, his likeness of him like razzing a cartoonist, saying like, "Get a real job, kid." But it takes time to just stop listening to those, And I have a lot of empathy for people now too. Like I kind of feel like, well, that sucks because what voices in there when they were young and they wanted to do something they were passionate about, the voices around them probably told them the same thing, and that's why they ended up in jobs that they probably liked fine, but they had deep regret that they didn't open that business or start that thing, you know? So if you're gonna check out with no regrets. That's what I say. Gary says it too, but I am down with that. I too like to talk to old timers, and most of the old timers I will talk to will be full of regrets. So not so much anymore, but I used to talk to older people more. I keep my circle pretty small these days. Am I over time? Nope. We're going to pull one more mini. It's going to be so small it won't matter. I'm almost drawing in pixels here. Also not liking the way that hair's coming out and move it that way. I'm going to change it over on the other side too. Real quick. People are terrified of change. That's right. I remember the moment I was sitting on the meetings at my old job, one of my old jobs, the corporate job I had, and I was just sitting there thinking, my internal voice was saying, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this. But my safety survival mechanism was like, nope, this is the stable income, the stable thing. You gotta stay in it. And so I did. But I remember the time where I was like, that's it. I'm out. Time to make a plan. I hope that other people have the courage out there to do that. It takes a lot of courage. Mary says my circle is small and they all have paws, or some of them have paws. I'd say my circle is small and they all have paws. Good morning. NM Willen. Good morning over on Instagram. Santa Herman, I did send your information to them and they said thank you. I don't know. What brush am I using again? I am using a brush called Smooth Train, and it's available for free. Smooth Train. I made it on the train to New York because it was bouncing, and I was like, I needed to ink stuff. Smooth Train, and it's available on comics. Whoa. It's available on comics.gumroad for free. It's totally free. .com. Yep. I really enjoy this brush. It's no longer for my train rides. It's also what I like for my cartooning lately. I really enjoy it. Hey, let's pull. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We're just gonna open up these two. We got a season. This is a season 2, and season 1. Let's open them up. Let's see what's in here, and then we'll call it a stream. I think we'll be back on Friday at 8 a.m. Morning, Dominic. We need to take these crinkles and put them up to the microphone like that for extra ASMR action. All right, let's see who's in here. It is a bubblegum genuine giraffe. You can see this is a season 2. Not as detailed. I mean, they're okay, but the seasons have evolved. They're much chunkier. Does not beat the ape off of the top of the pencil. And now we have a season 1. Is this a season 1? I'm going to say the only one that could beat, I'm going to make a rule here. The only one that can beat this, knock this ape off the pencil would be a gratitude gorilla. That's the only one that could beat any detailed season 1 will beat him off the pencil here. I hate saying beat him off the pencil. That sounds weird. Knock him off the pencil. I know. Yeah, it's the smooth train brush is not good for lettering. If you try to letter with this, it's gonna auto correct too much. All right, let's see. Oh boy, I said it. A detailed will beat, and we got a detailed duck here. That looks like a little weird eye, but it's not. It's just a shadow. It looks like he's like, but it's just a shadow. Detailed duck wins because I said it. I said any detailed will knock off the other detailed. I think that's a new rule on the stream. Any detail that gets pulled knocks the other detailed off. That's a new rule that we're making. That's fair enough. All right. There we go. Throw those in the bin. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to get back to work. AJ did say that the green would be the winner. He was correct. Good move. One of my favorite pencil toppers, actually. When I have to draw a pencil topper in a strip, it's usually the duck. I enjoy the duck. All right, gang. I'll see you soon. I'll see you back here on Friday. Let's go back to the Friday morning, the 20th. I'm not doing a giveaway today because we didn't have many people doing it. So let's not today. Not every day. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good day. I'll see you real soon. Well, that intro song for the new show.
You'll find it in the middle, where red and blue become purple. Keep focus on the mission, and win the competition. Empathy, compassion, ambition, and passion. A little bit of everything, perfecting the balance. Success isn't sweet if you're alone in the end. Cause life is for living, and what's life without friends? VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome. stuck in the mud, try shifting the gear. If you're thinking too much, let go of the fear. If you got a friend problem, why not try being kinder? Cause complaining is easy, building bridges is harder. I'm just being honest, nobody owes it to you. But if I can do it, you can do it too. VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V Dome. Don't be afraid, we all make mistakes. Perfect isn't the goal, patience might be what it takes. If you're feeling unsteady, if you're feeling unsure, it's time to build up your team. Take the shot and score.
Have a great day, everybody.